look at Construction Junction, my friends. You know, we always
so
get
many cranes in the sky right now in Toronto. I've been driving by Yorkdale. Yorkdale's got 3 cranes up there. There's just a tremendous amount of building going on, which is good.
Our city keeps growing.
It does. And if you're new to our city, welcome, and welcome to Breakfast Television.
Welcome, and welcome, or shall we call it, to Mr. Rogers on Breakfast Television. We get the best tweets from you guys, and you put yourselves to work first thing in the morning to research and make a point, including, Mel, this tweet.
So I got this tweet, and it's perfect because she nailed it. This is from Lee Muncie.
Okay.
Can you see this split screen? There's Frankie Ferragini.
It's a beautiful day in the
There's Mr. Rogers.
She went right down to the tie. She found time with dogs.
But you know what? That's exactly the same outfit. It's almost freaky.
And you know what? This is just to show you that style does have a full circle of life.
But the dotted tie, the light blue shirt, and then the cable knit sweater, it is even, you have the side part, like the hair
The same hair,
thing.
the same thing. And I would love to be Mr. Rogers.
Won't you be
Mr.
my name?
Rogers.
Well, you are. You work for Rogers.
Yay!
You're Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, and I'm totally fine with that. I used to watch the show. He was slightly creepy at times, but that's okay. So am I.
So is he.
It is
You can verify that,
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
But you know what? This is a good point because there's always debates about male nannies and even male kindergarten teachers where people are a little bit of a manny.
The manny.
And yet, all of the hit shows when we were kids, the leads were men.
Mr. Dress Up.
Mr. Dress Up, Mr. Rogers. What's the one with the giant? The friendly giant.
The guitar, hold on, who am I thinking? He plays songs.
Oh,
he has a
yes.
hat.
Yes. Who?
No.
No, there's another one I know. Like a banjo. Was it a banjo-ish?
Yeah. You know who
These
I'm
two know
talking
it, we
about.
don't. Nobody else in the room
You
does.
guys will write in because you're the smartest.
Fred Penner.
Fred Penner.
Fred Penner. Fred Penner.
Ding, ding. So isn't that interesting, though, if you look at it, right?
But then there was Married with Children.
Then there was Sharon Lois and Bram.
That wasn't a kid's show, Frankie.
I know. It was a fun show. I watched it as
Explains
kids.
everything. See?
I watched it as a kid. Okay, so let's move on.
So as a kid, did you toboggan?
Yeah, you know what? We have a tobogganing. I have a tobogganing story with my cousin. My cousin, he was living in Kitchener at the time. We went down a toboggan, wasn't really paying attention, and he actually hit the side of a building and was really injured at the time.
Was he?
Yeah, and it profoundly affected him for a long period of time. So tobogganing is one of the funnest things, and I've enjoyed it, but it's also one of the most dangerous activities.
Would
that
you let
can
your
do.
kids toboggan?
Oh, 100%. They're kids. My kids toboggan in our current property right now where we live.
Well, it's interesting because there's a huge debate raging right now. Paul's pulled a ton of these latest surveys where across the U.S. and Canada, there's a huge petition and legislation trying to be put in place to penalize people who toboggan and make it illegal. In fact, I didn't realize Hamilton has restricted sledding since 2001 with a $5,000 fine. Now, if you say this is taking it way too hard,
It is.
the reasoning, and I did not know this, is tobogganing is actually the 4th riskiest recreational activity. It's only 4th in line too, beginning with diving, snowmobiling, and parachuting. And it's sites where some children, like you said, end up with serious injuries, even paralysis.
It's not only when they impact something, you know, there's the ones that go down the hill, and then when you walk back up the hill, the other one's going down the hill.
Yeah,
there's some of the
they can't control
some of the best America's Funniest Home Videos are tobogganing ones.
No, but this is a serious concern
Yeah.
because they are looking at statistically the injuries in hospitals as a result of tobogganing.
But the other story that we have here is the bubble wrap parents.
Right, like the helicopter parent.
The helicopter parents. So the whole thing is we can talk about, but kids are going to be kids. We got to allow them to have some freedom. We got to make sure that where they're doing tobogganing, it's a safe environment. Yeah. So you hang up the toboggan so they can't grab them. You go with them as a parent. You can't be a parent that's on your phone. You have to, but you still got to let them be kids.
And they are saying too that there are safer courses where there are no buildings or fences or trees in the way,
or it's
which lessen the
organized
risk.
where people go down in one section and they go to the outside and walk up the hill on the other side.
But I want to know about enforcement, right? Even though, you know, they say you can't do it, who's going to be tobogganing police?
There's tobogganing police, apparently, Mel. There's got to be. Well, someone's enforcing it, right?
They're going to be the same guys that charge you for parking tickets. They're just going to walk over.
Change.org has this petition going in Hamilton that's saying let us toboggan, so they obviously want this reversed. But in terms of the helicopter parent, Frankie, see, it does say only 7% of kids are meeting the daily requirement of 60 minutes of physical activity. So why not do other things? Build a snowman, you know, go for a walk, go for hikes, go skating. There's other safer things that you can do.
Shovel the driveway, kids.
Yeah, exactly. Put them to work. Make it a game. Who can shovel the driveway fastest? That's what my grandmother used to do. And then we got into it. Yeah. We'll be back with more BT. Let the debate go on in your living room. More after this. So you say yes.